Alright, hello. I am Wallaber, and we're back again working on this little Twitch chat game that I started working on. One of the first things I did today was I decided to add in DoTween, which is like a helpful little library for making simple, quick, and easy animations to animate things over time. And since I'm going to have a fair amount of things I need to sort of like animate around dynamically, I thought this might be a good choice. So to recap where we are with this is that we've got basic sequence working. The game, oh, I thought I did. What's this? What's it complaining about here? Oh, okay. Do we have some... Oh, I have some junk here that I want to revert. Let's see here. I was testing something out. What does this mean? Hello, that ski freak. How's it going? What does what mean? Let's see. These I want to discard. Making a Twitch chat game. Ah, okay. I will show you in just a second here. Okay, so basically, let's see if this is going to look a little better. Is it better than Barbles? Marbles. Well, that's certainly something to debate. But let me show you the basic idea here. So, okay, I need to fix this real quick here. Okay, and then a right. Okay, and then these are just gonna set up here for now. Something like this. What is this one at? 1.25. Yeah, okay. There. Pick that up. Okay. And then our test board. Ooh. I seem to have screwed up some things here. Let's go like this. Prefabs. Ball. We're gonna add a ball into the game. Where'd it go? There it is. Okay. The test board has a reference to that. This can be reverted. Okay. All right, now let me just see what other errors we've got here. Okay, cool. Now we need to add some example walls in here. I think I broke my scene I had created in the past, so we'll just quickly make an example level here. So we'll have two walls, one like that, and one like, let's see. Yeah, what's going on with our placement here? Weird. Yeah. Probably because this... Weird. What's going on here? This is Pong on stream. No, it's not Pong. What it is right now, though, is broken. No, it's a prediction game. It's a little bit like pinball or pachinko or something, where the ball is going to be bouncing down and land in one of the little buckets at the bottom, and chat needs to predict which one it's going to land in. But things be broken. Let's go here. So we're doing... Oh, why did I do that? See an issue with the concept, though. Tell me what your issue is with the concept. I will hopefully have some kind of clever and thoughtful answer for you, or you will have exposed a major flaw in my idea. Yeah, we don't want this. We want... what is this? What type is this? I forgot. Flexible layout. Oh no, that should be right. Okay. Force place, okay. This is now, yeah, capsule collider, that's good. With marbles is more personal, your marble one. This is less personal, you just pick the winning thing. Both are random situations at heart, but without seeing an action, I can't tell if this will be getting closer to feeling like a random number generator. Okay, yeah, well, let me get it working again here. If you have time to stick around, and I would actually really appreciate your feedback on that, because that is one thing I was noticing, is that other people's stream games do have that thing where you've got some investment in, you know, your little like marble or your character in the drop game or whatever, and this may not have that element as strong. We'll see. Okay, so how was I doing this before? I guess I had a... Oh, right. I know why. Okay. So, I'm gonna think of the easy way to solve my current problem. I guess temporarily I will go back to this, just so we can get the game running again, because this is kind of dumb. But later I need a better solution than this. Okay, so here we go. Alright. So now if we go here and we say this is going to be from skiing on stream. Oh, that's a fun idea. Let's see. So this one is going to be up high like this. And then like this. Okay. And then this one's gonna be like this, and then like this or something. Okay, so let's see if that's working. Okay, so the trick is, see, right now, if you were to put in your vote right now, it'd be worth 1,000 points, but you don't have very much information about the ball's trajectory. Now, if you put in your vote, you get 750 points, and you have a little more information about the ball's trajectory. Maybe not enough to make a guess yet. And then, okay, now it's 300 points, significantly less, but you get to see a lot more. And I say, like, right now, I would probably vote it's going into bucket 2, which you just type in the thing at the bottom there. And we'll see now here, it's going to go to 100 points. This is the last chance. Yeah, pretty sure it was bucket 2. And then you'll see here, hopefully, here we go. It's now showing the final path, and it went into bucket 2, and then there's some results that get printed out here, and see, I got it right, I got 300 points. Now we're on to a new one, and, you know, in theory it would have loaded a different layout right now, but we don't have that working yet. What we do have, though, is it randomizes the ball's trajectory. This one looks really easy, right? This is totally going into bucket 3, so you would vote there, bucket 3. Yeah, feel free to try it if you want. You just type the exclamation point commands you see in the buckets here to predict where it's going to go. And then, in theory, you know, it's going to sort of like tally up points and show like players shuffling and taking over first place, third place, second place, etc. Yeah, that definitely... Ooh, this is interesting. This looks like a bug. Why is it showing that much trajectory there? Did we have a exception get thrown or something? Not necessarily. Okay. The playback should end right around when the ball hit the trigger, which would be somewhere around here. Let's go look at the triggers. So we have a trigger here, trigger here, trigger here. So today I wanted to clean up some of these things. I wanted to add a trail to the ball that doesn't repeat. And also wanted to restrict players to only voting once. Because right now you can keep refining your vote. So everyone would, like, once it gets down to 100 points, if they were wrong, they would just, like, put in the 100-point vote so they would stay alive in the game, so to speak. Oh, hey, Matsu, what's up? How's it going? Working on my weird little chat game. Yeah, so... I'm doing well. I'm having a fairly restful weekend, which I think I needed. And that's good. Yeah. Sorry, I was kind of half lurking and half not, Mati, on Composy's stream last night. I wish I could have been a little more attentive. That's Ski Freak. So instead of the ball repeating, maybe make it in slow motion. Yeah, I thought that's kind of a cool idea too. The one thing is that I have to account for is delay, right? Like if you're watching this stream on a mobile device or something, you might be seeing the video multiple seconds behind. And so one idea for this could be it just shows the ball once in slow motion, right? The whole path. And then whenever you type in your vote, like the score is going down like less. And then whenever you put in your vote, that's the score you get. But that would be a problem with delay, where someone would see it, they would finally type it in, it would finally get registered way later, and that kind of thing. So that's right now why I have the playback broken into chunks. That way each chunk can be long enough for a reasonable delay, where like if you saw it during that delay and got the command in, it'll probably get in before it moves on. So that's why I'm breaking it up like that. But let's try adding a trail onto the ball. That should be pretty simple. Let me think of how I want to do it. Yeah, let's try that. We're gonna put that yeah, I could see how that could be more dramatic, Ski Freak, which could be cool. Let's see. We're gonna make the ball trail a separate object. Let's just test this out. This is gonna be the ball trail. And actually, wait. Let's not have it. Let's do it out here somewhere. Ball trail. Okay, I'm planning on using a shapes thing for this, so that should be pretty simple. So we're just gonna do create. C# script, ball trail. Okay. I assume this is still kind of in the early stages. Yeah, it is. I've been streaming and putting up on YouTube all the streams of this. This is like episode 5, and each episode before this has been roughly an hour long. So I've really only been working on this game for like 5.5 hours or something. Spread out over days though, so there's time to think in between. So if it's not like I probably wouldn't be this far along if I had just done it 5 hours straight. Okay, so this thing's job is it's going to have a list of positions. So we're just going to have a list of vector3 positions. One suggestion that would be easy and I think important, go ahead. Let me have it. I'm always open. Is to make the players only have to type one character instead of two. Yeah, like you're saying, Jack, you just literally type 1, enter, 2, enter. I could probably do that. I'm currently using the thing where the exclamation point is a way to sort of like signify a command. But there's no particular need to do that. We could just let people type 1, 2, or 3 in chat. Which, yeah, would be... yeah, that could be... Actually, that's super easy to support. Like, let's go do it real quick. So that is going to be in... So in Game Manager here, somewhere at the top, we are signing up for callbacks when commands happen. But we could also do client ref dot on chat message rx. And we could say chat message rx is a new method we're going to create. Let's go over to our Twitch client, and we're going to define a new one here. On chat message rx. So then here we can do client on chat, what is it? On message received plus equals chat message rx, right? That's going to be very similar to this function. Okay, and then this will be chat message rx, which is, instead of this, is going to be on message received args. Okay, and we can say on chat message rx. If that exists, then call it. This is really just, you know, rerouting this messaging. And then we can do args dot chat message dot user ID, comma args dot chat message. Let's do this. Args dot chat message dot this is username we want to pass through, and then args dot chat message dot message. Okay, cool. So then over here in Game Manager, we can go find this. Okay, and what we're going to do now is we're going to simplify this a little bit. Yeah. So what we'll do is we'll actually have this one, and then we'll have private void. Whoa, how did I get that on? Chat message rx string user ID string username string content. I think with some clever math and logic, you could figure out the ping of the players in chat and account for their delay. I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know if that information is something you can get at. Like maybe if Twitch had some like estimate it could give you or delay or something, that could be interesting. Yeah, I could try and like back up in time and say, okay, well, you sent it, and I think what you saw was actually 2 seconds ago, so I'm gonna attribute it to 2 seconds ago, kind of thing. That's even if we just gave a little bit of benefit of the doubt, like whenever we get a message, we actually assume it's like a little bit in the past. That could be pretty interesting. Yeah, maybe worth a try. Okay, so what we're going to do here now is we're going to keep our debug logs here just to make sure for a little while we're still got chat message from username. And then here's the content of it. Okay, so what we want to do here, let me think about this. Actually, both of these I think we can just now go to like chat command common, and we're going to pass in user ID username and the content, I think this is going to be okay. We may want to, yeah, here, throw out commands. Let's do this earlier in this function, actually. So here, so it'd be like if, first of all, if content.length is greater than 0. Let's do this, actually. If content.length is less than or equal to 0, then we don't care about it. I don't even know if this would, I don't think that's possible, but let's put that there. And then we can say if content 0 equals an exclamation point, we're gonna skip those. Suspect that would cause a ton of bugs. It could make the game way better because then you don't have to do with the less engaging repeating ball. Yeah, although remember this, you know, or at least my opinion is that I don't mind too much that it takes a long time to do the reveal, because this game is going to be constantly going during a stream, right? So ideally, it's the kind of thing where you can sort of glance at it, pay attention to it, get your vote in, and still kind of pay attention to the stream. And ideally, it's kind of this nice balance between the content of the stream and playing with the game. Okay, so if we do something like this, and we could even do a thing here where we actually only even try if the message length is 1. Assuming it's a simple number. So we could be like if content.length equals 1, then go in here. Now this would mean that, I don't know, we couldn't have more than 10 buckets or 9 buckets, but we're not going to, so that'll be okay for now. Yeah, well, I want to see how cool I can make the repeating ball look first. And the first thing is we're going to try this trail. Okay, so this should work now. And let me just look at this code in here. Because what we do here is we try to parse the entire contents of command into a string. And only in the case where we succeeded at doing that do we actually try and attribute that to a guess. And then I wanted to add in a thing here where you only get one guess per round. Your earliest guess locks you in. But maybe we'll come back to that. Let's get the trail going. The ball trail is going to have a list of the positions of the ball. That should be fine for now. And then it's going to have a shapes, what is it? Polyline. And that's our visual line. Okay, and then what we're going to do is we're going to have a function called void reset, which is going to clear out our positions and clear out the points on the visual thing. And then we're going to have a public void append position. This is going to happen during the replay, or during the simulation. So that would be, we're just going to pass it a vector3 position. And that's just going to get appended here. Okay. Then we need a thing, it's like public void set visuals, and then it's like an int, which is start position, and an int, which is end position. And here's where we're going to actually update the polyline. So let's see how does this thing work. What's polypoints? Nope. Set points. So you can just set points with, okay, you can have positions and colors, so that's cool. Yeah, preventing changing answers, you would run into the viewer input timings if the rounds are too close together. Yeah, I probably would want to put in kind of like a little helper thing too, where if a command comes in within some threshold of time after we've switched to the new one, we attribute it to the old one, because it would be unreasonable to think you actually got your command in that fast, considering that every player will have some delay. So I'll probably have some threshold that I've set for that actually attributes it to the previous you know, chunk. That's a good call though. Probably need to start making a to-do list somewhere so I don't forget some of this stuff. Okay, so this one you can just pass it a list of points. Okay, so let's just try this. So we're just gonna say, or can we do? So we would just clear it out, I think, and then it'd be like visual line dot add point, right? That's the way we're going to do this. And then we're going to say for, and then let's do this real quick. So we'll say start pause equals math.clamp. Clamping start pause to be between 0 and positions dot count -1. And same thing for end pause. So just in case we pass it on reasonable values, it's not going to freak out. Okay, and then we would just loop for int I equals start pause I is less than or equal to, because we want to include end pause, I plus plus, and then we say visual line dot add point positions I. Okay. All right, so this should be getting us somewhere close. Now what we're going to need is that I think for now it's like level board is like the magical thing that knows about everything. So we'll give it ball trail reference. Okay, and then start reset ball, set ball visible. Okay, so we'll probably want a getter on this. Okay, so that in Game Manager we can try doing this. So let's go find our simulation sequence, which is right here. Okay, so right here we're going to be like current board dot ball trail dot reset. Okay, and then here we're going to do current board dot ball trail ref dot add append position. And we're going to append the current board dot let's see. We actually don't have a way to get the ball, so we'll add one of those as well. Okay, just keep this simple. So just record its position. Okay, I see the viewer lag calculating thing as being able to open up a lot of options and prevents the occasional players not getting their inputs in, which would happen sometimes even with really good assumptions. Yeah, I'll have to do some research on it and see if there's a way to know kind of on a per user basis how much delay there is. I'm not sure if there will be such a thing, but it's certainly worth looking into. Okay, so now that we've gathered the positions, let's just test this. So when we go into the reveal sequence right here, we are going to just try and draw the whole thing. So we'll say current board dot trail dot, what does it show? What did I set visuals, and we're just going to give it 0 to recorder dot captured frame count. So you know the ping between the bot and the streamer's client. I have to think about that. Also, what were these? What is this? Where was that happening? On validate, okay. Alright, so now we're gonna have this ball trail. Okay, and it needs a shapes polyline. Okay, there's our test, and how do you tell it Oh, wait a minute. Maybe I don't want polyline. Oh, closed. There we go. It's not closed. There we go. Cool. And the joints are going to be... I don't know yet. Let's leave it mitered. Okay, so now we're going to, just as a test, give the board a reference to this. Okay, and then let's run it and see what happens. Oh, what do we got here? Ball trail reset. Oh, right. Ball trail needs a reference like that. Okay. Okay, look at that. So that is the trajectory of the ball. It's just not placed properly. If this was at 0, 0, 0, it would be correct. Okay, cool. Obviously this is bad because it's showing the entire trajectory. But we're getting somewhere with it. Okay, so let's test this out. We're going to make the ball trail a child of the board. We're going to set its position to 0, 0, 0. I also need to go into the ball here and set this order to, I don't know, 50 or something. Okay, so does that stick? It did. Okay. Cool, so now we can test this. So in theory, all I have to do now is we can go here to Game Manager, and we move this line into here, and we say, right here, we say something like, if loops shown equals 0, then we're gonna update this, and we're gonna update it to between 0 and current frame. That might be enough. Let's see. What I want it to do is the first time it charts the ball, it creates the trail, and then the trail will sit there, and the ball is just going to reanimate on top of it. So there you go. And then let's see if it works when it switches to the next one. And what it should do then is it's probably going to reset right now and rechart the whole trail. It is. Okay. Oh, I didn't want to do that. I wanted it to like grow the trail, but I think I know how to fix that. Pretty sure I do. We just need a slightly larger amount of code. Obviously, this trail doesn't look very good right now. Let's actually make a few tweaks to it. Okay, so our ball trail is right here. Obviously this has a thickness, you know, and we're probably going to want it to be some kind of thing like that. What do we want here? Do we want it to be rounded? Whoa. Didn't like that. Transparent. Yeah. We could do additive, which might be kind of cool. We may ultimately want some kind of okay, let's try 0.75. Alright, so it's going to go to our ball trail here. We're going to set this to be dark additive. And it's going to be 0.75. Okay, and then while we're here, let's fix the... That one in particular was really fast because of the start conditions on the ball. But yeah. Let's see. So then we need an extra variable here. Int prev start frame, which is 0 here. And then when we're done here, prev start frame equals whatever start frame was. And then this needs to be math max. Yeah, max start frame prev start frame. I think? Or is it min? Wait, I've got this wrong. We always want it to start at 0. It's this. if the current frame is less than the previous start frame we want. So we want math f.max between the prev start frame and the current frame. Okay. Ski Freak, what's this? The ball only covers the distance one, but the trail is partly transparent and is loaded faster. Oh yeah, like so like I would slow down the ball and play it in slow motion. I could scale the playback of the ball to match the amount of time you have to vote. But the trail could come in faster so you could have that information to judge it, yeah, perhaps. Let's see how this looks. Okay, so here we go. Okay, based on this, ooh, okay. What would I guess right now? I think it's gonna hit that little thing, and it's gonna go in 1 or 2. Okay, so that didn't quite do what I wanted. Also, let's look at this real quick. So now this is, we really want this to be more like that. I don't like additive though. Look, additive looks kind of gross there. What happens if we set it to transparent? Does it work better? And it still has that fold in on itself thing, which is a problem. Not going to have a great solution for that unless I make it opaque. And it's not the end of the world if it's opaque, of course. But it's still redrawing the whole thing. So see right here, what's going on here? It should be drawing between 0 and whichever is larger. The previous, oh, not previous start frame. There's the derp right there. This is not previous start frame. It needs to be previous end frame. Okay, and this needs to be that, and then this needs to be end frame. There we go. Okay, we're not gonna need a breakpoint. I think this is a cool idea for a game. It takes into account a bit of the viewer's skill while still being playable from chat. Yeah, that's kind of what I was hoping for. You know, it's not truly random. This really is you can really be good at it. You know, and of course we can tweak all these numbers. But this, oh, look at this. See, now it's charting it out. That's cool. That's cool. But obviously the overlap looks terrible. So for now we're gonna set it to opaque, and we're gonna set it to sort of like a bluish color. And we're gonna need rounded edges on this thing. I wish you could put a little cap on the line. Probably could do that with an additional shape component. Okay, look at this one. This is going in bucket 2. Right? Let's try. I'm just gonna type a 2. Did it work over here? Did I got chat message from Wallaber 2. I don't know if it counted or not. Oliver, I'm looking for a word to learn about with Unity and Cinemachines. When you move the camera, it leaves trails behind, i.e., like it doesn't clean up the render frames. Ooh. Like you're seeing the previous frame and then the new frame is kind of like being drawn on top of it. Oh, I guess wrong, didn't I? Okay, ooh, yeah, look at that gross ending there. What's the deal there? Why isn't that nice and straight? My guess, Motzi, would be that it's a setting on your camera. I can show you in just a second here. Whoop. This is looking pretty good. Oh yeah, definitely bucket 1. Well, let's check if our code works here. So when this goes in, we got a chat message of 1, but did that register a vote? We'll see. Okay, results. Yes, Wahlberg got it right. Plus 100 points. That ski freak was wrong. Current standings, that ski freak 750, Wahlberg 100. So that's the next thing, is we need an interstitial in between boards here where it shows scores and stuff. Where's it going this time? Going in 2. I'm going to get in early on this one. It's going in 2. I think it's going to slow down, and it's going to bounce off that one on the right. But lightly so. Ooh. I don't know. Motzi going with the 3. I don't know about that, Motzi. And Zamzala's, hello. Let's see if you're correct. Oh, you guys, it's 2. It's 2. It's definitely a 2. Now, right now, technically, you can revote. And it will take your last vote. There we go. Okay, current standings. Or that ski freak with 1,050, but I'm catching up. I got 850 now. Oh, this is definitely going into. You can, and anything that's interesting about this right now is that, see, it's taking the whole amount of time it took for the ball to fall and breaking it up into chunks and showing you the first, third, second, third kind of thing. And so when you see like this where the ball's moving really fast, it was a very short replay, which actually gives you a ton of information. You're like, oh, it didn't like bounce weird and spend a bunch of time in the board. So I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing. Like here you can see definitely. I don't know why did it go all the way to here? The replay should have stopped right when it hit the trigger. So I may have a bug there. So like here, this one, we're not, it's going to be a much longer replay. Yeah. When you have those scenarios where the ball didn't actually bounce around very much, you get this like really fast kind of a repeating replay. So I gotta think of what I should do about that. Definitely getting some artifacts in our trail here. It's possibly because we have too many points. I may only want to like actually store like every other point or something. This is like, where is it? Oh, sorry, Matzi, real quick, if you're still around. It's highly possible that your camera has the clear flags set to don't clear. If you set that, then the camera will not clear its contents before rendering the next frame. Or if it's set to depth only, it will only clear the depth buffer, but not the actual color content. And so that could be the problem. Normally you'd want to clear to like Skybox or something, because if it doesn't clear, anything that in a spot where there wasn't anything drawn will stick around the next frame. Like say you're looking up and you're seeing the ground fill the screen. Or sorry, you're looking down and you see the ground fill the screen, and then you look up and now half the screen is the skybox. If the skybox isn't rendering, then you're gonna see like the old content in that space where it didn't render. Yeah. Cool. Glad it was an easy fix. Let's try and clean up this trail a little bit. I think the problem is that I've got so many points on this trail. Like it's kind of like a stupid number of points, right? Look at that. And it may be struggling to figure out, like, I don't know where some of these artifacts are coming from. But I feel like it's probably a result of having so many points. What's the one causing that right there? Not this one. It's not any of these. Let's see. Is it? No. Yeah, yeah. Learning new things, and they've got all this nomenclature that you're not necessarily gonna already know, right? Yeah. So this is the last point, right? Okay, so it's the last point is occasionally wigging out here. Let's see. Oh, that isn't the last point. This is maybe the second to last point. No. Maybe I'm just in the middle of the trajectory here. We got a lot of points. Should we do like a thing? Simple heuristic would be, let's just do... Yeah, it is getting a little busy when it's really thick, Ski Freak, I agree. Let's do a thing, though, where first of all, we only even record... Or maybe what we do, let's record them all. And then over here on Ball Trail, we could be like, This is going to be simple, but we'll just do point skip. And we'll say point skip equals 2. So then what we do here is anytime we're actually filling up a path, we're just gonna leap forward by point skip. Which just means, you know, you might not actually get the very last point in the line and junk like that, but let's not worry about that and see how this looks. Yeah, so let's try a little thinner. Let's try 0.5, which should be half the width of the ball. And let's see how this looks. And then I think we're going to try and append a cap onto the line. Okay, that looks okay right now, but we need some examples here where it's really looping back on itself and stuff. Quick way to test this is I could go here to Game Manager and I could say we're going to temporarily we're going to set these all to only be like to show once. I think, oh, what's going on with my mouse? Come on. Every now and then my mouse just starts lagging. To fix the scene repeating very quickly when the trail is short, you could just pause the ball at one end for a bit until it matches the target time. Maybe give it a bit of a smooth slowdown to make it not look bad. Yeah, those are good ideas. I could have a thing that's like, here's the minimum amount of time I want one iteration of the ball to take, and if it makes it to the end before that time, it waits until that amount of time has passed and then resets the ball. That'd be pretty easy to do. Oh my gosh, what's going on with my mouse? Sometimes this happens and I just want to switch to a wired mouse. Ugh. There we go. Did we wake up? Maybe not entirely. Oh my god, this makes it so frustrating. Okay. Let's set these all to like just like 4 seconds each or something. This is the biggest tuning value in the game, is how long should you get to vote per segment, and how much of the path should that segment show you. Alright, let's try that. This will allow us to see more trajectories real quick. This won't be tuned well for playing the game. But we can see if our line is kind of handling itself a little better. Okay, so this is a really quick one. This is going in bucket 3. Might be a motherboard issue. I had that mouse issue as a problem with CSM, but that was specific to my motherboard. Yeah, it's weird. It almost feels like it's getting interference occasionally. Like there's like a wireless signal of some kind that's interrupting it or something. It's very intermittent, so there's got to be something specific that's actually causing it when it does happen. Alright, this line is looking much better, a lot less artifacts. I do want to add a cap to the end of the line though. I hate how it's just like this flat endpoint. So we can add that. We'll do that next. This is looking pretty good though. See, now you can see the trajectory and you have a lot of information about it. Okay, you still get some artifacts there when there's like some really heavy bouncing. That's probably because the line is so thick. Like watch, I bet, oh, we already lost that one. I bet if I make the line thinner, it would artifact less. And it's because it's trying to round the corners. I think I go here to ball trail and we set this to be, I don't know, like bevel. What's that gonna do? Or maybe we just set it to simple. Because we have so many points, we don't really want it doing any fanciness. So you get a really sharp corner there then, which is kind of annoying. Something like that. Let's see. Let's go back and try miter again. It might be cool if this thing was a gradient. So that it was like going from a dark color to a bright color over the course of it or something. So you could actually see the directional information. That should be pretty easy to do. We could even just make it like a rainbow thing where it's like going through hues, you know, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, violet, red, orange, yellow, you know, in order. Might be kind of cool as well. Ooh, look at this one. This one's super fast. It's going like right into... Ooh, maybe not. I don't know where this one's going. Bucket 2 probably? Nope, bucket 1. This is looking pretty cool though. Yeah, let's try giving the trail a little more information. So we liked it as maybe possibly mitered and 0.25. And then color, I think we're going to set color to white now because we're going to set the color in code. Because I think visual line dot set point color, yeah. Matzi with the gift sub. Jeez. Matzi, you are far too nice. Far, far too nice. All I did was tell you to look at the clear flags on your camera, Matzi. You don't need to be gifting subs to people, although thank you very much. Appreciate it. Yeah, that's Geek Freaking. Now you have access to the give it back, Walter. You have access to like the one emote I've got hooked up right now, which is like my little avatar of myself with the little light bulb. So whenever you have an aha moment, feel free to make use of that one. I think it's called like Wallabit aha. Yeah, there it is, that one. Okay, so what we're gonna do here is let's just try the world's simplest implementation of this to get started. So we'll be like private float hue step, and then I don't know, let's also give ourselves control over private float val, which is this, and then wait, it's hue saturation private float sat. So maybe we want it fully saturated, but we don't want it fully bright, maybe, I don't know, we'll see, like something like this. And then we'll need a thing, private float. This is going to be our running hue value. There's a Jellycar one. Yeah, there is a Jellycar one, but I have it set to like tier 2 or whatever that means. I'm not very, like, I'm still not very Twitch fluent. But it seemed like I only had one slot for tier 1 and one slot for tier 2 or something when I was setting them up. Maybe the Jellycar one would be cooler to put as tier 1 though, because that's the game most people know me for. Yeah, I only recently got affiliate status, so setting any of this up is still pretty new to me. Locked to 3 months. Yeah, I guess that's what tier 2 means. I should go look at the settings though. Let's see. So running hue is going to be our current hue, and then when we append a position, with higher stats on Twitch, you can set a bunch. Yeah, I know. If I keep leveling up on Twitch, then I'll be able to do more cool stuff. They do a good job of making you care about that by giving you all these little stats and things. Okay, so we're gonna say, we're gonna need to remember colors then, I guess. Yeah, we'll just keep this simple for now. We'll just make a separate list. I'll probably end up cleaning this up later. Well, let's just, we'll do things the quick and dirty way and then see if we like them. Okay. Matzi got to head out. Thanks for stopping by, man. And, thanks again for the gift sub. You're far too generous, sir. Hopefully I'll see you around. I'll definitely be dropping by your stream when I see it on. And, of course, your lovely wife's music streams. Thanks for hanging around. Yeah, we're making pretty good progress. I'm excited. Always happy to help. And I sent you a message about Discord, so feel free to... Actually, do I have a thing for this? Yeah, there's the Discord, Matzi, if you want to join it. It's kind of focused on Pro Gymnast, but I'm on Discord all the time. I'm also on Sympathy's Discord a fair amount. Nice. Thanks for joining, Matsu. You can see all the nerdy Pro Gymnast stuff that we're doing in my Discord. All right, so now we're going to do colors.add. We're going to add a color.hsv to RGB. We're going to do it based on our running hue and our saturation and our value, aka brightness. And then we're going to do running hue equals mathf.repeat running hue plus hue step. And the length is 1.0, so we want to just loop around from 0 to 1, 0 to 1, 0 to 1. We had to put it on better TTV. Oh, the emote you made. Trackmania. Trackmania is an awesome game. That's cool. I was actually just recently, randomly watching a speed run of Trackmania, and it was super cool. I like that game quite a bit. Okay, so now that we're here, we should be able to do this, where we say visual line add point, and then we say visual line dot set point color. And the point we're on, what it's gonna be. Yeah, it was cool. They were doing a speed run where they went through all the levels. I think it was from a GDQ thing. I think it actually was a rerun of the GDQ stream or something. And then at the end, they unlocked a what do you call it? Like a bonus round where he showed off some of the most amazing shortcuts that people have found for individual levels. It's really cool. Okay. I guess we just do this. Do we have a count? We do. This is kind of this code is kind of gross. Nobody look at this code. It's gross. Let's see if this works. I play the game mostly to shortcut tracks. Yeah. It's a cool thing about that game is there's a million ways to enjoy playing it. All right. So now ball trail has a huge step of 0.01. We'll see how that looks. What we should be seeing now, is a rainbow sequence, and the rate at which it sort of cycles through the colors is tied to this hue step. So if I set this number bigger, it will cycle through the colors faster. It's going to wait, I think, until the next time we do it. Or maybe it's doing it now in this next section. Yeah, but see, we can do some cool stuff here. Like we could desaturate this. Let's try it like this. I think it caught me when I had like the hue step at 0, so let's let it run one more time. There's a lot of rebounds there. I mean, having that information is cool because you can see, you can actually understand the speed of the ball by how stretched out the colors are. It's kind of cool. We could have it just ping pong between two colors, which might not be a bad idea. Yeah. Ultimately, I think I'm going to add something to the game where you have like different palettes that you can set for it to kind of change the visual style of the game just by switching to a different palette. Yep, having some variation though is nice. So what we could try instead though yeah, that's Ski Freak. I think that's a cool idea. Let's give it a try. So what we would do instead here is we would be like private color color A, color B, and then we'll call this interp step. Okay, and then this is going to be our running interp. Okay, which will start at 0. And instead of doing this, we're just going to do color.lerp between col A, col B at our running interp. And then running interp is going to be, do we have a, we do, running math.f ping pong. So I haven't actually never used this function before. Let's test it out. float t. Ping pong's the value t, so it's never larger than length and never smaller than 0. Okay, sweet. So we just want to do running interp plus interp step. We never want to go higher than 1.0. Okay, now we can go here to our ball and say, all right, yeah, you're going to go from sort of like purplish gray to bluish gray or something. Let's see how that looks. Does Unity have its own language or just adds extra functions to something else? So Unity just uses C# as kind of the main language of choice. And all your scripts are just written in C#. You can basically use the entire, whatever C# can do, you can do. Okay, let's see. These colors are a little dark, maybe. Oh, whoops! I changed that in play mode. Let's try brightening it up a little bit. I haven't done anything in any C languages yet. Yeah, so C# is often referred to as Microsoft's Java because they created it as a competitor to Java. It's pretty cool. I actually might want want this to repeat more, to toggle more often now that we're not going through the whole rainbow here. Let's try this and see what this looks like. Ooh, this one must be really short. You didn't even get to see the ball in the first part. That's a little annoying. I need to work on that. Yeah, that was a boring one. Okay, this one looks a little more interesting. We're not getting much. Is this thing actually like toggling between these? It doesn't feel like it. Like, let me exaggerate this and have it switch to yellow. And it shouldn't happen again until the next reset. So there's yellow. And it did it once, look. It went from purple to yellow, and then it's just staying yellow. I must not be using ping pong properly. I think I know what the problem is. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I know what the problem is. I need to be passing it a number that keeps getting bigger, so I can't actually... Here's what I need to do. I need to wrap this right here. That makes sense. So I just need to hand it a ping pong of running interp, and then running interp needs to just blindly increase. Because this function, you're going to give it some big number, and it's going to be like, okay, well, to get there, I have to ping pong back and forth 5 times, and here's where I ended up, or whatever. And I was taking the result of that and storing it, so it would like ping pong past 1 and then just sit there right near 1. That makes sense. Okay, so now this should do something. And let's just make this like kind of extreme. This should be like pretty dense, toggling back and forth between the two colors. Yeah. Actually, I mean, that's not that dense. That's cool. I mean, the color choices probably aren't great yet. I almost wonder if we want to do like... let's see. Yeah, gray and blue, that looks weird. Yeah, I mean the whole thing, I'm planning on it being really simple, visually looking, just simple colors and shapes, so that you can just swap the palettes out and stuff. So yeah, this will be something that probably what I'll do is I'll go find a cool palette site and we'll figure out how to map a given palette like to the game. This is looking better. I wonder if we can try putting on the. Yeah, I don't like the. Let's try that. Maybe bevel's gonna be our best choice for curves. That looks pretty good. There, yeah, we're not getting those like sharp points anymore. Yeah. Cool, so we want, I'm gonna copy this and we want it to bevel. So we're gonna paste that and then this is gonna be set to bevel. Okay. Putting a cap on it shouldn't be too difficult, I guess. I just need to be placing it and setting it to match whatever color we were just at. Right? Probably. But maybe I should move on. Yeah, the walls could definitely have some more visual appeal. In order to do that, though, I might have to switch to a different. Well, what I could do is like this. Like, if you look at the wall, it has this main piece, and then we could duplicate that and make a different thing on the edge. You know, like this, which would probably look nice. Special blocks, yeah, definitely we'll have some special blocks for sure. Yeah, see? That actually would look pretty cool. Here, let's support that really fast. Why not? This is going to be the visual outline. And basically for this, we just need to set the same stuff here to match, which is kind of gross to just copy and paste the code, but hey. You know, we'll just slap it together and then we can refine it over time. Okay, so if we do that, yeah, I definitely want like, you know, those like bumpers like in pinball, and stuff like that. Also want ones that are like a little teeter-totter with an axis, so when the ball hits it, it will spin and rotate, things like that. Or even just auto-rotating parts and stuff. Yeah, that'd be cool. So we add this. Now we go like this. Now we go like this. And our walls should have blue lines. Yeah, cool. Here, let's just make the walls like something like that now. Now the whole thing's probably overly blue, but then just port all of Jellycar moving stuff and make it solid. Yeah, pretty much. Right. Cool. Yeah, we're getting somewhere with this. Okay. Let's see. What time is it? Oh, okay, I have to get going. This is good progress today. Maybe the last thing we can do real quick is we're gonna need feedback for this later, but for now, how's Gelatin Truck going? Yeah, no progress so far on gelatinous vehicular game that is in no way Jellycar game. That's currently just a running joke. Let's see. So when we try to, I guess what we want to do is we want to do it down here somewhere when we get, yeah, here. So if we're revealing and we have a valid one, and we had a user entry already. You think about this. Okay, in this case, you're brand new, so that's fine. In this case, right here, so we could say like if have they already guessed? And this would be like if e dot pending vote is greater than or equal to 0. Then we'd be like debug dot, let's just try this. We'll log sorry, comma, username. You already voted. I'm not going to print this in the chat. We'll just print it in the debug log for now. And then otherwise we'll accept it. And so we'll do this. And then for now we'll also write debug.log vote accepted for username. Okay. So now, see another day, Wahlberg Nice Committee. Hey, thanks for stopping by and chatting. I appreciate it. I'm just wrapping up as well. I'm just going to test now that you can't vote twice, and then we'll call it a day. All right, so if I say it's a 3. Uh-oh. Solid Wahlberg, you already voted. Okay, it's good, see? It's busted. So that's because when we... Yeah, we need... Oh, so pending vote should be set to -1. Hang on. Let's go look at this. Okay, so why is that? Pending vote. We're resetting the pending votes right here. To -1. Okay, we're revealing. We got a number. We probably make a new... Oh, it's probably right here. Okay. Pending vote needs to be initialized to -1 for this to work. So we can do that. That should fix it. Okay. That was only going to break on the first vote. Okay. So, coming in here, I'm going to vote a 3. Vote accepted for Wahlberg. Now I'm like, wait, no, I changed my mind. I want to vote a 2. Sorry, you already voted, so that's good. We would need some on-screen feedback for that, ideally, but... So that means I'm going to get it wrong. Yeah, got it wrong. Okay, cool. Working. This is going in 2. That little like UI meter probably should be on top of the trail. Cool. All right. So that's good progress today. We got the trail in, we got some refinements, we got the non-anti-voting thing. So next time, I think I'll be working on the interstitial that shows scores and stuff, and we'll keep going from there. Thanks everybody for dropping by and chatting. That was a lot of fun, and I'll be back soon. Bye.